track star and one of the nation's top runners won't represent Team USA at the World Championships.
All right, his name is Nick Symmonds. He says the team requires him to only wear Nike gear at official events, but he is sponsored by another company. Amy Frazier is going beyond the headlines tonight. She's live in the newsroom to explain all this.
Nick Symmonds says he wants to compete in Beijing later this month, but he refuses to sign a USA track and field document, something that he believes requires him to wear Nike gear from the time he leaves his home in Seattle to when he returns.
But here comes Symmonds.
You know what, I wanted to represent my country. I spent the last 2 years waking up every single day with one purpose, and that was to go out to Beijing and win another medal for my country.
Crosses the line to win it.
31-year-old Nick Symmonds is taking a stand with USA Track and Field.
They wanted me to sign a document that said that I would wear Nike or Team USA gear, which happens to be sponsored by Nike, at all official Team USA events, which I was totally fine with doing. The problem is they never bothered to define what an official Team USA event was.
Symmonds is sponsored by Brooks Running.
I'm contractually obligated to wear Brooks Running at all events that aren't official team events. So I just asked for some clarification so that I could, sign a document that protected their obligations but also protected my rights as an athlete, and they refused to define that term for me.
Now USATF is leaving one of its best runners at home. In a statement, the organization says its statement of conditions has been in place for years and that it only restricts athlete apparel at competitions, award ceremonies, official team press conferences, and other official team functions. Nike is the official sponsor and pays USA Track and Field an estimated $20 million per year. But Symmonds says elite runners make only about $20,000 to $30,000 a year, relying on their own sponsors to pay the bills. Matthew Kish covers Nike for the Portland Business Journal.
Nike's response was a simple one, which was, this is a matter between USA Track and Field and Nick Symmonds.
For years, athletic apparel companies have outfitted athletes, but more recently, Kish says they're taking a more expansive view of what they provide.
So at the Women's World Cup in Canada over the summer, Nike provided not only the on-field apparel, but also everything the athletes wore from the time they stepped on the airplane to go to Canada to the time they came home.
Symmonds is afraid sponsors will stop investing in athletes.
And we won't be able to live and train.
USA Track and Field has replaced him with another athlete for the World Championships. He says he is grateful for the support of other athletes and is meeting with his attorney to discuss his options. Reporting live in the newsroom, Amy Frazier, KOIN 6 News.
It's so difficult. They count on all these sponsorships. I remember when the Soviet Union, the bloc countries, they would subsidize their athletes from the government level, and it was hard for our athletes to compete, so they figured out how to do it with corporate sponsorships, and now you get all these entanglements, so it's difficult.
Yeah, it's too bad. Thanks, Amy.